please note that before you start watching this video, I didn't really know what to put kind of a footage behind it, so I just recorded some random footage of mine and just recorded it and flew over some of my buildings and some of others' buildings. So I hope that will do. Other than that, let's get on with the video. Hey guys, welcome to another FMT Micro video. Today, we're gonna do the Q&A video. So, let's do this. I'm actually recording this through the Windows sound recorder, so I'm not really recording this through Audacity or something like that, because I deinstalled it and I wanted to make this video very quickly because it might take some time. Anyhow, so what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna scroll through the comments from the Christmas tutorial. It's because I firstly wanted to write them down. Yeah, that kinda got into a bummer, cause since it's kind of a lot of questions, and yeah, so I kinda had to write them all down, which was kind of a lot of work. So we're just gonna start off here. The first one is from let me see, Games Galore and More, and he says, "Where's Medi?" Well, Medi's gone, as you know, most of you guys probably know, because of, let's say, an argument. I'm not really gonna go into it, because, yeah, I don't really see any need for it. Anyways, we got into an argument, let's just put it that way, and, you know, it kind of went wrong. So, I hope that was a good answer, anyhow. Let's move on. So, sorry, Games Galore More for that not really feel of a answer, but I just want to keep it that way. So, that comes from the Tom VDB99. Well, that came out pretty nicely. He says, Q&A question, what is your favorite Minecraft minigame/minigame server? To be honest, I have played a couple of Hunger Games. I played a couple of minigames. I do not know the servers, so you're not gonna get that out of me. But I like Hunger Games because I made a video about it. But what I like too is there's this little mini game. Is it called Build It? It's just like you have to build. It's kind of like Pictionary. You have to build, and then somebody has to guess what it is. It was kind of funny, up until the point that somebody started making a penis, and that kind of went wrong. So yeah. Next question. So I think Hunger Games and that Build It or something like that. Anyways, the Elizar Realm, who's also a builder on our channel, and he told me he had a really good question, so I'm gonna respond to it, and I'm gonna try to answer this one. The Elizar Realm, link will be in the description below. Q&A question. If you could pick only one block to build with for the rest of your time playing Minecraft, what block would you choose and why? That's a tough one. Probably everybody would say dirt. I'm not gonna go with dirt. I don't think I'm gonna go with a block, if you know what I mean. I'm probably gonna go with a slab or a stair, because you can make more shapes with it and make, you know, kind of a proper house. I think I would go with stone brick stairs, because you can still make roofs, and you can kind of, if you know how to use it, still make kind of a wall out of it. Torch is bad luck, but anyways, I think I would use stone brick stairs, if that's a good answer, or any stairs really, but I think stone brick stairs are the most detailed and the most nicest, so stone brick stairs. The next one is Monkey Wrench. I actually really like doing this. I'm actually smiling. Anyway, Monkey Wrench 15 says, Q&A question. Out of the 1.7 biomes, if you had to pick one for a new city, which would you pick? Monkey Wrench 15, that's, you know, the best question ever. You know why? Because I don't know the new biomes. Actually, I have used the wood since I'm building all the time, but I haven't played proper survival since 1.6. So I don't know the biomes. But I kind of like that, you know, that red sand one. I do not know how it's called, but I think it looks pretty cool since it kind of has this Grand Canyon feeling. I like that one, so I would probably go with that one, and then kind of little shacks hidden at like a river or something, little nomad little huts or something like that. I think I would go with that one. Next one is Andrew Gulami. Andrew Gulami. I do not know how you pronounce it. Anyways. Also, when will you can't even pronounce stuff right. If you're hearing fireworks in the background, yes, people are going crazy even though it's not New Year. So there went something wrong in their minds right there. Anyways, he says also, when will your castle be completed? As I said, we kind of split up, and this might be a long story. Anyways, I'm just still going to tell you. So what I did is I made the decision of just leaving the city. Everything is still there, so you can still check it out once you come on the server. But what I'm doing now is I'm building in the villages that are outside of the border of the city. So I'm still building the same style, building them a little bit smaller, but then building with a lot of greenery and walls. So a lot of videos about that will be coming up, but I'm doing kind of a village style now. I can still do the big style, you know, because it's the same style, but then in a different scale level. So, that's kind of what I've been up to lately. So the castle hasn't really got any work outside of the courtyard that we finished a month or two ago. But the only stuff that has to be finished is the throne room, because we moved that to underground level. Anyways, it will probably be completed within 2 years. So let's put it that way. If it's not, you're gonna get a hug, and you're probably gonna get a hug, because yeah. I do not know, Andrew. I seriously do not know. Next one is from Killian Gales. You do not have to trust me with names, okay? Killian Gales. Let's just put Gales. Killian Gales. Killian, you got an awesome name, because I can't pronounce it. We're gonna get a thumb. I'm just gonna thumb this up. There we go. You just got a thumbs up. Yes. Okay. So anyway, Killian Hughes. Anyways, he says questions for the Q&A. Where do you guys get your inspiration? Where I get my inspiration usually is just by. I just come up with it. But most of the time, when I really have an idea, I either saw a movie, or I have been on vacation, or I saw a picture. Usually it's been on vacation, or been to another town where I saw, you know, a nice idea of where to put the courtyard and stuff like that, or like a little movie. But usually I come up with it myself through just starting building. Let's just start building, and then let's just see what comes out of it, pretty much. So once you get the hang of a certain style and you just start building, you kind of start placing pillars, and then, you know, like, okay, it would kind of look good if you put the pillar there, and then, you know, kind of a house pumps out. Let's put it that way. But, you know, if I really want inspiration, I would go for a movie or a vacation, or just pictures on YouTube. Not for Minecraft builds, because I'm not a copier, but like a real life mention. How did you get noticed by Madness64? That's actually a pretty long time ago. I don't know if you were there at that time, but when Madness64 had 10,000 subscribers, for the note, he has 92,000 right now. So 82,000 subscribers ago, which is about 200 times my subs. I'm not sure, that's probably not the math. Anyways, yeah. So, he made a, well, around that time, I applied. Back then, you could apply for the server by sending him an email with photos. And I did. And I actually try-harded it pretty much, because I started building with a kind of an Asian style kind of stuff. So I started doing that, and he didn't like it, he kind of liked it, and then I popped out, because, yeah, it took a long time. I was a pretty try-hard. Anyway, after 2 months, I got into Nordic, so I applied back then. Right now, for the server, you can't really apply anymore. I think you just have to ask personally to Madness if he has time, and you can just show him your builds. We have a pretty nice team, so I'm not very sure if he accepts anyone, but I think that would be your best shot. Other than that, 1.5 years ago, you could apply, so that's how I got noticed, to put it that way. I don't know if that's special, but still. There we go. Then Mr. Spray and Play says, what's your IGN? I know that there's something called IGN. That's probably not what you mean. You probably mean in-game name. Or, I guess you mean that. Okay, I'm just gonna assume you mean in-game name. If you don't, I'm sorry. If you mean like an IGN account, I do not know what I know what IGN is, but I do not have an account. But still, if you mean in-game name, it's TIJN 1117. Do not ask me where the 1117 comes from. That's really old, and I'm just using it again. So that's what my in-game name is. Andrew Gillemi again. Do you have any major build tutorials coming up? Actually, because of the new YouTube layout, and I'm not really getting any views. Well, I get any views, which I really like. Thank you guys. But because of that, I don't really get a lot of views. I was kind of thinking of doing bigger tutorials for the sake of maybe getting kind of a subs boost, because with the new YouTube layout, as you probably all know, it slows down. And it doesn't slow down once you have 500,000 subs, but underneath, below of that, you get a pretty drop back. But yeah, I'm kind of planning on doing that in the near future. So, stay tuned for that. Anyways, next one is Rosser1 with how many languages can you speak? Well, English, because I'm talking English right now. Last time I checked, I'm talking English right now. I can speak Dutch, and I had German and French in class. I sucked at French and I sucked at German. I can kind of understand German, but I can't speak it. No. So I guess 2 and a little bit. Let's put it that way, like 2.002. Kind of like that. I'm gonna say this in Dutch because I can. Timen prumpelig, there we go. I can't do this shit. Anyway, do you have a pet? Yeah, I do. I had a fish tank before. We got rid of it. I had a bird. We got rid of it. Because, well, it died. the fish tank we got rid of. So I still got 2 rats left. A white one and a black one. It's not like real wild rats. It's just like the ones that are really cute and like, kind of like a guinea pig, but then small and nice, and you know what it goes. I got 2 rats. Next one. Same Timen Prumpeler. There we go. What do you wish for Christmas? Well, I'm recording this video a day after Christmas, so that's pretty bad. What I wished for Christmas was the ability to make more, to keep on making videos every week for you guys for a pretty long time, because I kind of enjoy doing it. Problem is I don't really have a lot of inspiration or a lot of content to do, so I kind of have to watch out that I don't do everything in a week and then have nothing to do for 3 or 4 weeks. But that was kind of my wish. Plus, I like my family, and it's not really. I'm not really the guy that wants presents. It's mostly about my surroundings, which I really enjoy right now, and I hope it stays that way for a pretty long time. I actually had another question saved in a notepad. There we go. It was from Farside Studios, and he says, "Have you always been on the building spectrum of Minecraft? And what got you into building?" Actually, I used to play survival and that kind of stuff back in 1.2 or something like that, a pretty long time ago. And then I started building because I've always liked building. I've always liked Sims 3, only for the fact that you can build there. Other than that, that's it got me. Really, what got me into building was kind of the tutorials I found on YouTube, and I just started doing them, which happened to be Madness's. So started doing his, and I kind of try-harded copied his like 500 times, and then I kind of started doing my own stuff, and I just enjoyed doing or like putting my own mind things into a game. Because I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but if you just think of something and you can put that into a game, that's pretty awesome. So I like, the fact of being able to put houses into a game. So that kind of got me into building, and as I advanced, I met people, and because I met people, I started enjoying it, and I did builds with other people, and you know, it just started to be fun. So I hope that was a good answer for you. Other than that, I don't really have any questions yet, so I guess I got through it pretty quickly. Other than that, this is a question that probably every one of you will probably ask. I'm just gonna ask myself, will you upload more videos more regularly? What I'm planning on doing is yes, but as I said, it's kind of hard for me to do that, for the fact that I don't, you know, I have a lot of content, but it's building content, and I know that you guys don't really want gameplays. If you guys want gameplays, then I would upload more, but because you guys mainly want to focus on the building stuff, I can't really, like, rush it in a week, and then don't really have any ideas for another 3 weeks, so that's kind of a complaint from me. But if you guys would like gameplays or stuff like that too, then tell me, because I enjoy doing that too, and I would just show you guys. Anyways, that was my Q&A. That was my first Q&A. I'm planning on doing more, because I kind of like it. I don't know if it sucked. Anyways, I hope you liked it. If you did, please hit that like button down below. And yeah, it's almost New Year, so let's look forward to that. Anyways, I'm gonna think of another tutorial to make. So, check you guys